Nina, we've just drawn 1-1 with Salzburg. It's our opening home Champions League group stage match. How are you feeling regarding everything that's been going on?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of result, not what we would have wanted, not what we wanted. In terms of performance though, considering the circumstances and obviously with Tuchel's sacking, which kind of came out of nowhere, and it was heartbreaking, and it was kind of like, well, now we're kind of back at square one. So considering the circumstances, I think the players came out today with a real hunger to win that game. That's what it looked like in the first half. We played with great intensity and drive, and if we lost the ball, we won the ball again, and it looked like we had some creative ideas in attack as well. And Mason as well. I just want to say about Mason, because I think a lot of Chelsea fans were kind of disappointed with the start to the season, because we know that he's a playmaker, he has the assists, he scores the goals, and I think today that sort of came through. It kind of looked like what we've seen Mason do in previous games last season. So it looked quite promising in the first half. I think it was interesting to watch as well. It was good football, and we were looking for that goal, but it didn't come. Of course, it was great to see that the goal came in the second half, and I think Sterling getting on the score sheet was good, because that's why we've bought him. We want to see some strikers on the score sheet, and I say that because we haven't always had our strikers scoring, and it's been defenders and midfielders and whatnot. But in terms of Potter coming, and things kind of starting to come from like the beginning again, and it looked a lot more promising. But again, I'm disappointed with the result, because now that's 2 Champions League games, 1 point, and Chelsea hasn't always done the best in group stages, and it's looking like the case right now. But I don't want to be negative and say that we're going to lose against AC Milan and whatnot, because there's still a lot of time that needs to be given. But bringing in Pulisic and Ziyech, they didn't really match that intensity and that pace that we had started the first and the second half with. So for me, they're not cutting it, and if it's players like that we're bringing on in hopes to score a goal, then it's not good enough, and it's not really going to get us anywhere.
I mean, who else have we got though?
See, that's the thing. But even Havertz, Havertz has been with us for X amount of time now, and he's a player that needs to be given more, and we expect more from him. Sterling and Aubameyang, they're new to the team. We can't be expecting them to score goals from an immediate start. But with Havertz, we want more. And for me, he was disappointing to watch tonight as well. He didn't quite cut it for me. But Mason, Thiago Silva as well defensively. The guy's amazing given his age, and he plays 90 minutes of solid football, and it's great to see. I don't know why Koulibaly didn't start tonight. I think that would have probably been a better choice. I don't know if we would have not conceded with him there, but again, it's back to old ways where we score and then we concede almost immediately, and we drop the intensity, we drop the drive. And why are we back passing on counter attacks as well? That's something that doesn't make sense to me. Reece as well, someone who was very strong on the ball as well and had some good crosses, but Aubameyang was on the wing for the majority of the second half, and if he's not in the box, then those crosses aren't going to anyone. So how are we meant to find that second goal? So yeah, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. So I'd like to say as well, the atmosphere was amazing at Stamford Bridge today. It's good to see that our supporters are we're back in the team, and it's not been easy on us with everything that's happened, and I think we got to praise them. So it was a good game of football. The result wasn't ideal, and it was frustrating that we couldn't find that second goal as well, because there was ideas for attack, but again, just no one to meet him. Brozier as well, though, good runs from him. Like I said though, Pulisic and Ziyech aren't cutting it for me, and they don't deserve to. I know they didn't start, but they didn't deserve to get subbed on either.
I think with Pulisic and Ziyech, it's 2 opposite situations, because Pulisic has been restricted, and let's be honest, when he's come on, he's not really doing anything. And then Ziyech is another player who's been restricted, given a little bit more time, but he is involved, but it's just not coming off for him. Do you think that there is a future for any of them at this club? Do you think that there's anything else we need to give them in terms of tactically? Do they need more support? What is it that's missing?
See, for me, I don't think they really want a future at this club. I mean, it doesn't come across that way anyway. My problem with Ziyech is his attitude, and at times it looks like he'd rather be anywhere else than playing for Chelsea. And that's not what you want to see from your players. Pulisic as well. He's slow. He's slow for me. He doesn't have that number 10 aura to him whatsoever. So it is a bit. It is a bit strange, but yeah, when they don't look like they want to be there, it's hard for us fans to back them and encourage them to have playing time, because it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't produce on the pitch. It doesn't produce an attack. Offensively, we don't look dangerous at all, and I think we've showed that to teams. I think they don't see us as a danger, and Salzburg today as well, because they played with a really high press as well, and I just don't think that they found us dangerous offensively at all, and I can't blame them because we weren't. And as soon as we get anywhere near the box, it just goes from one wing to the other wing, then it ends up back in midfield, and somehow it ends back to our defenders. And if that's where we're supposed to produce an attack from, then it's just not really going to happen, is it? We can't keep back passing and expect to score. It's just not.
No, you're not wrong. I think most fans will agree with you in that sense. We've got time though. We've got a bit of a break. Obviously, it would have been nice to go off with a win. I think it would have put people in good spirits. But Graham Potter's got a bit of time, and the whole squad have got a bit of time to just sink in what's happened over the past few weeks. Are you confident going into this season? Do you think, because obviously we've spoken about Ziyech and Pulisic, these are the players we have, right? We've got these players at least till January, and that's a pivotal point of the season. We've got months. Do you think that we've got what it takes to push for that top four? I know that people are saying Potter's not under pressure. I'm not trying to put him under pressure, but I want to sort of gauge how you're feeling as a fan, if you're confident, if you think we're lacking too much. I mean, where are you thinking in that sense?
I think we are lacking, but there's definitely room for improvement, and it could come. Now we have Potter. Tuchel's not our manager anymore, and I think definitely. And I think as Chelsea fans, we expect nothing less than top four at least. That is, and it's not just Chelsea supporters. Chelsea's a team that you expect to be in top four. So I don't want to be negative or pessimistic and say that we're not going to get top four, but playing the way we are right now, it's probably not going to happen. So we've got to change our ways for sure. And I mean, in terms of, I hope that we see what we need from Aubameyang and Sterling, and even Kai as well, because then we won't have to bring in players that don't want to play, like Pulisic and Ziyech, and that don't produce either. Because like you said, that's what we have, and I hope that what we do have is good enough in terms of Sterling and Aubameyang. And of course it's early days, and we know that Aubameyang has got his own issues at the moment, and I don't think that reflected too much on the pitch though. I still think he gave it his all today, and he also had a chance, he missed it. He was unlucky with the chance that he missed, but we got to stand behind our players and our team, and I definitely do think that give it time till November, December, after the international break. I think things will pick up again. And like I said, we don't always have the best success in the group stages, but then when we get to the knockout stages, God, given that we do, I think then that's when we turn into very offensive, dangerous, and we kind of, break that kind of frustrating, not being able to score, not being able to get out there. And that's what Chelsea's all about, and that's why we love Chelsea, that's why we support Chelsea. And I think we definitely have a lot of, a lot to work with. And like I said, I thought it would be Tuchel that would be working with this when I spoke to you after the West Ham game, but it's not. We can't dwell on it too much. Graham Potter, it's a fresh manager. He's got ideas of his own. We can't expect that he's gonna do what we wanted to see Tuchel do. He's got his own ways, and obviously Todd has his plans as well. He's brought in the whole gang, and so it's a new start. I think we're used to seeing new starts, fresh starts at Chelsea, and we're used to things changing. So change isn't really gonna knock us down, I don't think, and I definitely expect us to finish top four. Defo.